Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel for a quick update on Bitcoin and Solana. Actually talking about the lower time frames today. So obviously the past couple of videos we talked about yesterday, higher time frames looking like the bottom was in, Bitcoin coming down to these major areas of support across quite a few macro charts we were talking about. And also yesterday we were talking about the Bitcoin CME gap at 85k being filled. Looks like we had a little bit of a swing failure pattern underneath this level, but things are starting to look to the upside right now, and that's what we're going to talk about. So you can see over here, interestingly enough, exactly where we bottomed out was the 1.236 Fibonacci, so 81,500, just basing it off that next move, potential next Fibonacci to look to the upside is going to be around about 102k at the 1.618 Fibonacci. That's going to be the next kind of like macro level to break through, 100 to 102. That's where everyone's got their eyes on. In terms of, a lot of people in crypto have very, very short attention spans. So everyone's looking at 100k. If we're at 98k, everyone thinks we're in a bear market. Or if we're at 101k, the bull market's back. So keep your eyes on 100k. That's really what's going to be driving the market. If we come over to the 4-hour time frame here, you can see we've actually had a slight change in the trend which has been going on for the past couple of days, week or so. Over on the 4-hour time frame, you can see beautifully the stochastic RSI has now bottomed out. Posted this over on Twitter, talked about it briefly yesterday, but you can see we've started to have a bullish engulfing candle to the upside round about 88k, and this is really important because you can see, up until now the trend has been, lower lows, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows, lower highs. And this is the first change of trend that we've had in the past couple of days, week, etc. Where in the past 4 hours or so, we've come down, made a higher low, and we've had a bullish engulfing candle. So to me, this is looking quite good. In the lower time frames, 4-hour stochastic RSI pushing back up to the upside. And on the daily time frame as well, as you can see, this is the CME chart. We just dipped beneath this CME that we needed to fill, and it looks like we're starting to push back up again with the daily stochastic looking like it's probably got quite a good amount of room to move to the upside. Now, in all honesty, what you want to be looking for right now on the lower time frames like the 4-hour is you really want to see us get above this 95k region. You want to start seeing us make higher highs above this level. What I absolutely do not want to see is us coming up to 90, 94, etc., and then pushing back down to the downside with the stochastic topping out at this level. That is going to be a red flag. And of course, if we see something like that, I'll keep you updated. That's not my prediction, but if something like that does happen, just to prepare you on what to look to the downside, it's going to be this CME gap all the way back here from the 8th of November, which is going to be round about 77,300. I think things are going to start pushing back up to the upside, but you really want to keep your eyes on this region here, round about 95. You want to see a higher high. You want to start to see the trend change. Now coming over to Solana, Solana's relatively unchanged. In the macro, you can still see we're at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. We're coming down to this major area of support, which you really want to see hold between 140 down to about $125 for Solana. What's really interesting here is over on the Bollinger Bands, you can see, ignoring a bear market because we're in a bull market, in my opinion, you can see ever since Solana started the bull market, if you dipped beneath the Bollinger Bands and you bought, once we dipped below the Bollinger Bands, you've had the most beautiful returns to date. Even in short-term moves, you can see over on something like the weekly time frame, you're expecting maybe 142% pump within a couple of weeks. Over here, you can see this one was a little bit more drawn out. This took a couple of months, but 166% pump. I'm thinking we're going to see something like this again. You don't see these buying opportunities too long over on Solana. Over here, you can see we've kind of found a little bit of support round on the macro 0.5 Fibonacci for Solana. Technically, once again, going on the Fibs, $165 next area you want to keep your eyes on. And coming over to the lower time frames, like we're seeing the same thing. This is the same chart as Bitcoin, just a little bit more brutal in terms of percentages. You've had the trend, it's been in a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, etc. Preemptively, this looks like a change in trend to me. Higher low over on Solana, 4-hour stochastic RSI really ready to head to the upside. 4-hour stochastic RSI really ready to head to the upside. And over on the weekly as well, completely oversold. Ignore this. But yeah, think, once again, looking at the macro, looking at the micro, this is the area that you want to buy Solana in, because it's ridiculous. You know, you're pretty much going to see a 2x from here just up to the previous all-time high. Right now, this buying Solana spot, probably the best risk to reward trade that you can get. So yeah, just a quick one today. Keep your eyes on the trend. I really want to see Bitcoin above 95K. I think it's going to push above that level. Same thing for Solana. Keep your eyes on $180. I think the trend reversal is here. That's what we talked about in the previous 2 videos. Let's see how it plays out. I'll update you whenever there's something important to take note of. You also have to love it when the news and the charts align. It looks like the US and Ukraine are getting ready to sign the minerals deal. This is going to mean that the US is going to be more on foot in Ukraine providing support. That's going to mean that Russia is less inclined to break the ceasefire agreement, and that's also hopefully going to lead to a treaty, or at least some type of deal being made between Ukraine and Russia. According to a couple of news sources, it looks like potentially Trump and Zelensky could sign the deal today, and I think that's going to restore a lot of confidence in the market, beautifully aligning with a local and hopefully a macro bottom for both Bitcoin and Solana. So that's all I've got for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button on the way out, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure as well to follow me over on Twitter at 618_cowboy. It's much quicker for me to share news and thoughts over on here than it is to make a YouTube video and upload it. So if you want the quick updates, follow me over on Twitter. See you in the next one anyway. It's been your boy Cowboy Trades. I'm out. Peace.